look at what this character does, and do you know he has the same amount of end lag on a whiff grab that anyone else does?
Really?
Despite it being a tether. It's like a pseudo tether.
And we have Michaelism versus.
Now hold on a minute.
Now we have the man who we have a third mic for specifically, who has actually been putting in work. The years of him getting arthritis from playing Peach have now paid its dividends. For now, he's welcomed into the land of the top tiers. Got player 4 versus Rigz, a very impressive Link from NYC. Made top 8 at the last few Xenos before Smash 4 croaked. And him and Jewel are just Wi-Fi gang.
I'm so glad that they're here.
Wi-Fi gang, bro.
I say I'm everyone's #1 fan in New York, but like
there's a lot of obscure character players in New York to be a #1 fan of.
I am definitely
everyone. Jewel is a fan favorite.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yes. Jewel and Rigz. No, I was absolutely.
We stand.
Absolutely standing kings.
We stand a magician.
Projectile boys of a new breed.
They don't team. No, that's so weird. And they are brothers.
Honestly, like
Reggie got him. Reggie gets it. Set's over, boys. Set's over.
Right.
He got him.
Daisy into Link. They're starting Pokemon Stadium too. I'm actually really glad.
So anyone in chat right now who is not here, press 1 right now if you've ever been a victim of what player 4 just did to Rigz, which is when you go for the fist bump, he just palms you.
You know, there's many layers to the RPS.
It's an RPS, yeah.
But beyond the RPS, there's layers. There's actually like 3 or 4 tiers of coverage that player 4 has.
Oh my god. It's one rock, paper, and scissors.
That's the first layer. That's the one that most people can't get past. But right now we're going to focus more on his Daisy, which has actually been putting in considerable results.
That being said, though, Rigz has been the thing that Reggie told me specifically, and I call him Reggie because we're cool. But
I hate you.
The thing he's told me is that he struggles immensely with zoners so far. That's one of the more character tropes that he can't seem to wrap his head around so far. And I think it's because he's so used to just rushing in and playing in your face. So yeah, he's got some demons to conquer today. But so far, not looking bad. That is exactly where Daisy wants to be, though. And
that's true, and it's scary.
The homie, he's got the home. No!
They're both dead.
Link up B also stronger now. And also, I'm loving the new bomb. I think Link has a lot of potential to do these really flashy, creative combos. This man got hit by the bomb, and then the boomerang came back to say, sorry, I forgot my wallet.
Yeah, you know, on release, I was like, oh, I'm not feeling Link. This remote bomb, it don't look good. And then I saw his Nair still dope as hell.
He's got a real grab now.
Yeah, he has an animal grab. Like, he comes at you, and he just grabs you by the collar, and he's like, it's time to dance, boy.
And you already know this man's swole. He spent this entire game climbing mountains and going through the harshest of environments just to get here.
Oh, see, I have mine rhyme logs.
I think it'd be so sick if they include his other Sheikah powers.
Everyone has talked about it, but this is the Link that we got in front of us, and Rigz has an item to play with, and you know that's where he's the most happy.
I like the remote bomb a lot. It adds a lot more depth, and I feel like bombs only had pretty much one use, or 1 or 2 uses in Smash 4. In this game, there's a lot more depth to that simple projectile. It can be used as just a regular projectile. It can be used as something to, as a get-off-me tool.
I think it's just the fact that it has like a sense of gravity applied to it.
Yeah.
And also, it's a solid item.
It's literally a basketball. However, if there's one thing player 4 knows, it's basketball.
It's ball. It's definitely
This man
ball.
definitely balling out right now with her homie Toad. That being said, my man just took an EB Games trade, said copy that, and drop that stock right there. So now, pretty even. I'm very impressed, though, to see how player 4 is dealing with this type of zoning. He's been kind of darting in and out and just waiting for Rigz to either drop shield or mess up.
Well, that's the premier way of fighting any zoner, is being aware of the zone that they control and then knowing how to enter and exit that zone safely.
Also, if you're behind player 4, you're going to have a bad time. That bear is ridiculously quick now. And that could be it. Oh, my God.
One last slash for the culture. Keeps him alive.
Dear God. This is looking pretty grim. Oh, another thing about Link that, if you guys didn't know, he cannot detonate the bomb while his opponent has it in his possession.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's a little weird. I can understand why, though. It's kind of odd. It's also not a timer.
Press 1 in the chat for Daisy.
Yeah. Just everyone can just give me a hi, I'm Daisy in chat. That'd be great.
If you're a fan of Player 4, just give us a quick hi, I'm Daisy. I love Daisy.
I just looked at Reggie and started laughing. I don't know why. There's nothing about it in particular that just made me start
I
laughing.
forgot who I was talking with today, but someone said that because of his hat on. Oh, I was talking with Red Robin. Because of his hat under his hoodie, he looks like one of those mannequins with the hoodie that's like overstretched that you always see in like meme vines.
He's in. My man walked straight out of the Nike store. Got Dick's Sporting Goods Player 4 out here right now. Jesus Christ. So Rigz, some adaptations I'd like to see him make, or just be more aware of when Player 4 is going to come out. I feel like he's been a little too obsessed with his micromanagement of projectiles when all you need is just Nair at times.
I think even less so than that, it's just the fact that Rigz has a very set rhythm to his projectile pressure.
Also, where are the arrows? Where are the
He
arrows
mixes
at?
it in every so often, but arrows aren't as safe of a projectile to utilize in this game. It's the fact that Rigz has like, all right, bomb, boomerang, nair, bomb, boomerang,
Yeah.
nair, and Reggie's recognized that, and because of that, he's able to dip in and out on his own call. If Rigz is to mix up his rhythm, whether it's go harder with the boomerang, hold on to the bomb, hold a particular platform, or even ignore his projectiles and just start to zone in with forward air and back air.
That's the thing. The thing about Link in comparison to many zoners is that he requires far more startup time to get his zoning going, and the trade-off for that is having a slight bit more of range, and he's got a pretty long sword. So, but that can kind of hinder him more than help him, because yes, he does have that range to keep his opponents out. That being said, with characters like Daisy, it's easy to weave in and out once the projectiles are gone, the storm is cleared, and he's able to just get a stray bear in there, put his opponent at disadvantage, and it makes it 10 times more easier. Also, that side B,
That covers the roll now, and it's scary.
it's really good at shield poking for some reason. She got that booty.
Press 1.
My girl been doing her squats in the gym. Now, as Travis Scott said, shorty in the back, she said she's working on her glutes. And it's just what Daisy's got, man. Rigz, though, not out of it just yet, but Player 4 has been doing such a great job of hanging on to this first stock. I think he's become very aware of how Riggs' whole game plan is working out with the zoning. And he's adapted incredibly. And the thing about adapting is that you don't really have to adapt again until your opponent is adapted to you.
That's very true.
Don't overthink it, man. No, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That being said, I just got sniped.
Yeah, Rigz is not happy with that, but
And I don't know if this is to make it out of pools. I know Player 4, I believe, is seeded to make it out of pools, or just barely not. Whoa!
Reggie the Beast right
Jesus
now.
Christ. This man, all the years of
I've
breaking
never
his
seen
fingers.
him combo with such fervor either.
He looking like SpongeBob after he tried cracking his knuckles before going to the Salty Splatoon.
What are you even saying?
You know, in the episode, SpongeBob cracks his knuckles and they
you
just...
really just saying
they
words
get
for the sake of
disjointed.
making noise.
This is looking pretty Dunskies for Rigz, though, if he can't get something out. That Nair seemed to be his only saving grace. This is a loser's qualifier, so whoever wins this makes that a pools, and Player 4 just rode his way out of pools. I don't know what Player 4 just did, attempted to do the camera. Rigz just took 3 Ls, 1 before the set, 1 during, and now 1 after while trying to handshake Player 4.
Hi, I'm
Pack it up, time to go home. Feels bad. I'm sorry, Rigz. You got to be prepared for the Reggie matchup. Not the Peach or Daisy matchup, but the Reggie matchup.
Who left their clothes by the sage? Who is that?
Someone who is very cold right now.
Why do people strip at AON? Some help.